Quick, what is this? The thinking of many of the religious faithful is that the fetus at 12 weeks is a form of life and destroying it is an act of murder. What do you think? I'm Dennis Trainer. This is The Uptake. NBC rejected an anti-abortion ad submitted for its Super Bowl broadcast. The ad consisted of an image of an ultrasound with swelling violin music and text that described the fetus as a child who will have a broken home, whose father will abandon him, and who also will go on to become the first African-American president. This happens as the image of the ultrasound crossfades into the image of President Obama. Now, even as I find the pro-life position as offensive, hypocritical, and displaying a stunning lack of reason from individuals supposedly endowed with the wondrous organ known as the human brain, I do wish that this commercial was aired during the Super Bowl for many reasons, not the least of which is the potential in this commercial to reignite the culture wars that have been simmering under an intellectual ceasefire since 9/11? We have reached an urgent crossroads in the history of the world where religious faith itself must be put under the microscope. Because it is religious faith that creates the context where we waste time debating whether or not to provide life-saving aid to countries that may or not provide contraception and sex education to their citizens. That debate kills people. Because it is religious faith itself that engenders the majority culture that registers little public outrage that the hate-monger Rick Warren delivered an invocation in the name of Jesus. Why do we even have a religious component to the presidential inauguration? And chew on this. How can we, on the one hand, mock the idea that a suicide bomber will receive 72 virgins when he reaches heaven, without mocking the equally unverifiable and obscene claim that heaven exists at all? In declining to air the anti-abortion ad, NBC and the NFL said they are not interested in issues or political advocacy ads. They said this with a straight face. Then they deliver hours of programming featuring General David Petraeus tossing the opening coin, the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds displaying our military might doing a flyby right before 100 million Americans or more settle in to watch a game not so subtle on its war imagery and metaphor, with hawkish language used to describe the game like aerial attack, bombs, blitzes, heroes, all wrapped up in an orgy of American excess and capitalism gone completely insane. The Super Bowl is nothing if not one big advocacy ad for American excess violence and domination. So, what better day to reignite the culture wars? Unlike wars fought over religious faith or money, the only casualties in the culture war will be ideas. And some ideas, the world is no longer flat, need to die. Because we no longer fight wars with pickaxes, and religious faith in a nuclear era, combined with the capitalist winner-take-all mentality, and the self-fulfilling biblical prophecy of Armageddon, it's deadly. So it is when reason triumphs over faith that the progressive agenda can declare victory in the culture war. And the result of that victory will not be a declaration of I'm going to Disneyland or some other ad slogan, but the result of that victory will be a culture that correctly places the Bible in the mythology section of the library, a culture that is truly pro-life.